Yeah, man. So, man, it been a lot of stuff in my heart. Like I feel like I gotta get on my chest. You know what I'm saying? But it's real like chill, man. Uh, but check this out, man. So, man, like I was just on YouTube earlier, and I was giving the dude the business, and here go another thought. I gotta go ahead and try to speak it out about the coronavirus. Alright, it's the fact that like when people accept, a lot of people accept the fact that the government is putting everybody on quarantine, right? So a lot of folks they cool, which you might not have enjoyed the more with your loved one. You know what I'm saying? Because of they take the virus serious or something like that, which I respect. But for me, you know what I'm saying? I respect like the fact that like people take the virus serious and stuff like that. But like the one thing that kind of crazy about it is the fact that they cool. You know what they or if they ain't gotta work for a year, they feel like the government has all the right and all the power to shut down shit for a year if need be. But you know, man, like this, man. Check this out, Uh, so like if they shut that stuff down for a whole year, man, like if a lot of people starve, we would go through a famine times and stuff like that. So I mean, if you don't know like what a famine is and stuff like that, man, you might want to go do some research on it. But like I said, man, like anyway, man, like alright, we're gonna go back to like a man, cause I'm like, when did it become cool like for a man to be cool with his kids, or for his kids to not have a way to pay their bills for half a year, or his mama or grandma or father, cousins, employees to not have the ability to pay their bill for half a year. When or you know, even church members, they, you know, you might be a church member. When did it become cool like for grown men or even grown women to not have the ability to or like pay their bills at home for 6 months? Man, like, can you imagine? Like, cause when they support or like prolonged or government or shutdown or lockdown, you support like a lot of, you turning your back, you turn a blind eye on stuff that will have impacts on humanity, like what have like, because it don't, you could be rich. I mean, you could have 20,000 in the bank. But man, get what? Just because you said you still got kids, still got a mama, you got cousins, you still got a niggas that, you know, you might got somebody on oil. It's so many like friends and best friends that, you know, ain't in the same category. And people don't understand, when you turn your back on strangers, you ain't just turning your back on strangers, you turning your back on your little ones too. Like a lot of people your time. Just because you got $20,000 in your bank account, you might be the only like person in your time that, yeah, your kid, your child might be living paycheck for paycheck. Nigga, all your kids might, you know, live from paychecks and they can't work during the pandemic. So it's bigger. Like, what you need to see is quit seeing like, when you got money in your bank account and you support prolonged government or shutdowns, quit seeing it as a strangers. Quit seeing the Americans as strangers and see it as your little ones. You gotta see it as your little ones, because that's a flow. That's a flow like in the world right now. It kind of, because you can't see you don't never talk about your little ones. It's just the only people you talk about is like on the news. And hell, I don't even think like people don't never talk about like folks in their communities. Always somebody on the news they talk about online. They don't never talk about like people in the real life world that's affected by the virus, or, you know, or not being able to survive from prolonged shutdown. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, but that's just, you know, it's unhuman for anybody to turn their back on humanity like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, one more thing, man, with Donald Trump, man, he is the first president to really make or really he just made or not having a job cool. Man, I be real. I mean, Republicans did it. Well, technically, Democrats was involved, but man, I know I be saying the way I see but Trump be the only president that make it look like staying at home now is more important than having a job. Because I've been seeing, like, I'm seeing like so many folks, nigga, like millionaires, they ain't like it's cool to stay at home. Nigga, to sit on their ass, they enjoying life. Somebody, they bragging about making babies during the pandemic, bragging about it, you know what I'm saying, or what? But it's crazy because when the fuck have it, nigga, when the hell have it ever been or cool not to go out here and make money? Nigga, I thought cash, like, rules all, you know what I'm saying? So now, it's like kind of like, or ever since the virus came over, we went from a cash rule of all worlds fucking like stay your ass at home world, and job is secondary now. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody faking till they sell. Like, really, man, you can do it. Faking till they sell like you can do it. Survive working online. Like, a lot of people, if you online, I mean, if you work online already, you can do it. If you do like podcasts and you good at doing online, you can do it. But a lot of people, you know that shit ain't gonna help everybody. The only way or like working online would benefit humanity if they turn like every job. If they know really the government would have to do something while you're on quarantine for a prolonged time. The government would have to open up a lot of online jobs immediately, not late. I mean, immediately you had to do it, and that might be the only way that it even work out. So I mean, you know, so they would have to come up and start hiring for online jobs, and they would have to come up with smart, I mean, quick jobs for millions of Americans to work online during the pandemic. But so if they don't come up with something for all, it ain't gonna work. Cause online jobs is what, probably like, it might, what, like a million people, it might be like 10 million jobs in the world where you can do online, and it's hundreds of millions of Americans in the world. So how the hell is everybody gonna play online? You know, it's crazy.